grew up in a small town and worked on a farm starting at ages 7 or 8, very young. Learned the value of work and how hard it is and how hard some people have to work to make a living. And it's given me an appreciation for the value of that. When I moved to Dallas in 1988, I was a commercial mortgage broker for Merrill Lynch Commercial Real Estate. We arranged financing on apartment buildings, hotels and things of that nature. I had kind of grown tired of doing the real estate business, and so I ran into a guy at the gym one day, and he told me that he was in the factoring business, and I became pretty intrigued with the industry as he described it. Factoring is the purchase of an accounts receivable from a small to mid-sized company. It's usually commercial receivables. In our case, it's always commercial receivables. And it is used for businesses that are typically in a growth mode, that are outstripping their lines of credit with their bank. They need more credit than the bank is able to provide. And we step in and fund that growth until they're able to retain enough earnings to go back to the bank. There are benefits to factoring over bank loans sometimes. It's typically when a customer has a product that has a very high gross margin and they are growing rapidly. A bank has covenants that they want a company to maintain. They want them to retain their earnings. They want them to keep certain leverage requirements and other debt service requirements. Those are typical covenants that if you're a really fast-growing business, a bank can't accommodate that due to regulatory constraints. With a factor, there is no constraints of that nature. We don't have any covenants at all. If somebody wants to go from a $100,000 line to a $5 million line and they've got the orders to do it, and we can do that in a year. So there's no limitation, and I don't think most banks are willing to take a customer from a $100,000 line of credit to a $5 million line of credit all within a 12-month period, and that's only available through a factoring relationship. Probably over half of our referrals are from banks that have, some banks we have an agreement with to where whenever they refer us a deal that they are not able to do, they get a referral fee for the life of however long that customer is with us. And they kind of like that because it keeps them in touch with the customer, and they know that whenever that customer is at a point of being able to go back to a bank, that we will notify them to let them know that they should have the first chance to be able to win that customer's business. We've closed on a new transaction periodically within 24 hours of somebody making a phone call. That's more the exception than the rule, but if there's somebody that just has a payroll to meet or they've got a deadline that has to be made, we can move that fast if necessary. We have a very strong customer service department at Allied. We want to make sure that our customers are like doing business with us. We show them respect, and that we are helping. They feel like we are a partner and are there trying to help them. We've taken customers that have been startups and they've grown anywhere from $40 to $50 million a year in sales, gone on to banks. Some have been sold for significant profits, which to us, that's a win.